7070 Collins. We in Miami and we ballin'. She let dollar pull up as we mobbin'. Every time I'm in the city, we be locked in. Ay, locked in. Ball Harbor, take you shopping. Nikki Beach, we in the water. Free up, make it hotter. 2 a.m., we ended up at Live. 3 a.m., we like Pope. 4 a.m. and I know which girls I'm taking home. Ooh, yeah. It's 2 a.m., let's got me loose. From what you say, don't you. Then won't get me through. I got a bag, but I want you. Send me your location. Send me your location. I need to know your location. Send me your location.
Where you at, where you been? Taking pictures on the trip with your friends. Bad dog, we don't count it, just spend. Make our own, we don't follow the trends. Hundred on our own expense. Only live once, so let's taste, don't miss. Pour 'em all out, then reload it. More drinks, more sips, more time getting spent on text. More things that I gotta confess. Let's be honest for once and own it. Lose ourselves and live in the moment. When they doubt, we just show them. Private plane, we just flown in.
It's 2 a.m., let's got me loose. From what you say, don't you. Then won't get me through. I got a bag, but I want you. Send me your location. Send me your location. I need to know your location. Send me your location. Your location.
I had a dream, I had a vision. I had to work for this and you didn't. I had to bleed, still got the stitches. I learned to swim from all your burned bridges. Say you're the poet and the prophet, but you never saw me coming. Always starving for attention, and I got the kind you wanted, and it's killing you now. You wanna spin it around, but the truth's still the truth. Nothing you can do. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. I had a dream, and now I live it. Ain't it a gift to know it's God-given? I'm not gonna waste it. Stop wasting your breath. Stop speaking in whispers. Say that with your chest. I feel it in my bones. Won't bring me down, no, not even close. Go ahead and throw your stones, but you can't stop this. You can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Hey, 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 you can't stop this. Whoa, you won't break me, I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life ain't got no ceiling like. You won't break me, I won't back down. I just can't shake this feeling like I'm up so high. I got no doubt this life ain't got no ceiling like. Hey, 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 you can't stop this.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Hoosier State, where Colts fans rise to their feet with the striking of the anvil as it is time for football here at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indy. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Indianapolis Colts. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Indianapolis. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the third overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And I know that last year in 2024, New York Jets fans were watching him and saying, that's the guy we thought we were going to get. But he found his groove in Minnesota, finishing the top 5 in passing yards and touchdowns last year. Now in Seattle, ready to prove that last season was no fluke.
Escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Walker. And they can't bring him down. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. To throw is Darnold. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now it's Darnold. They'll roll him out right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks. Touchdown. Seattle. Elijah Arroyo from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7.
So that drive of 4 plays. And it all culminates with a Seattle score.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. So now the Colts will get their first opportunity with the football. And a look here at the veteran under center, their 7th-year quarterback.
And he gets a clean slate and a competition in his new spot in Indianapolis. Obviously trying to eliminate some bad habits he picked up in New York. But after a brief pit stop in Minnesota, this gives him a chance to continue the trend of veteran quarterbacks who have a chance to excel with a fresh start and a new team.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Jones. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. 3rd and 19. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
That was a 3rd long run, and to me, that was just a wave the white flag kind of a situation. Obviously, they don't want to risk the chance of throwing it downfield and risking a turnover in this section of the field.
On 4th down, the Colts will call on Rigoberto Sanchez for the punt. Here's Horton. Shoves him aside. And now running right through it. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now 3rd down and very long. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And they are going to score on the final return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Point after here coming up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. The Seahawks offense and Kenneth Walker set to take over once more. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Sliding out of the pocket. And he overshot in there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I think you can easily follow the thinking there. The pressure on the last play, it got to him, so they decided, let's get him out of there, bootleg him out to the right. Unable to complete the pass downfield, but the thought process, spot on.
He'll buy some time right. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Darnold now to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So, Charles, they had him double covered in the end zone. It still was not enough.
I wonder if they're thinking to themselves now, 2 didn't work. Do we go for 3 guys on him next time? Because he fought through all that extra attention, got himself into a great position where his quarterback felt confident enough to challenge the coverage and threw it his way. What a big-time play right there, both by the quarterback trusting him and by him going up and getting it.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to get this out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run out.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing Jones. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when the pressure gets to him again. DeMarcus Lawrence drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they're both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay. What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. Off of play action, Darnold. Man open, that's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 12 more yards there, and another first down. Now Darnold. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Quiddy Pay. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Faking the give, Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
My dad used to tell me all the time when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
Indy set to go on offense once more. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Buying time to his left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish it as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Jones. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back to throw. Jones. This one completes Alec Pierce. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. It's Taylor. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Looking to put a drive together. First carry here for Ken Walker. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And a powerful stiff arm. It frees him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
Seahawks.
And going right back to Walker. And after the good game last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Going up top for Kupp. And he's got it inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 50 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on 4th down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride in the offense this go-around.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. A punt of 46, a return of 5. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense has Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he's come out of the gates hot. He's been on target with his throws, and that's reflected in the numbers as he'll look to keep it going here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Here we go, set.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. And on the sack, the former Buckeye, Tyquan Lewis.
Well, how about this? A fistful of sacks already. We're not even out of the first quarter yet. What an incredible start for this defense. If they keep this pace up, they could be looking at an all-time performance.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. 34-yard line. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And it's taken in at the 9. There'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Quiddy Pay. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now a handoff to Charbonnet. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. Here now a 3rd and 20.
Brings up 3rd down.
They'll toss this out right to Walker. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A 2-yard gain.
2 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
At their 48-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards.
Seems like all the fireworks in this first quarter have been on the other sideline, but here they're saying, hey, we've got some explosive guys on our side too. And that's a big play in a game that's looking like it might be full of big plays.
And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Tyler Warren, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Colts have cut it back within a score.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. 14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I feel like my man, old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
Fair catch.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. Indianapolis offense ready to go again.
At their own 22-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 2. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Take it in at the 22. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes the better punter may actually determine the outcome.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quinny Pay in there to get him again. That is sack number 6, one off the NFL record of 7.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Toss left side for Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Here's Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Michael Dixon now to punt.
The Seahawks.
We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And his throw is incomplete.
Jones pass.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1. Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, we know the guys up front have to protect when it's a pass play, but it's really out wide. Sometimes you're going to swing a tight end or maybe even offensive tackle to get out there, but most of the time it's fellow wide receivers, and they really weren't up to the task there, were they?
Do you like that call on your own side of the field?
I don't mind that call at all, just about anywhere. But the key is you have to have the confidence, and then they have to execute their blocking assignments. Otherwise, you get the end result we just saw there.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold. Rolling to his right. In there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that ties him with a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Here's Darnold. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. In there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. First throw now for the backup lock. They'll roll him out right. He finds Smith and Jigba.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Lock gonna throw. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, it hasn't been a bad first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Now here's Michael Dixon as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
The last series form a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll run with Tanner to begin the drive. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
A loss of a yard.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 19-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. They overload him that time with a safety blitz, and he winds up being dropped for a loss of 7.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Play action. Now it's Locke.
A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. 2nd down.
So we'll recount real quick. He had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. They fake the handoff, now Locke. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdez-Scantling. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, a pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Another 3 and out.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
Now Jones. Dancing to his left. Across midfield. And finally, down at the 36-yard line. An injury stoppage, and it looks like, yeah, it's the quarterback, Daniel Jones, receiving some assistance. Well, hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36.
To the right side, this is Taylor.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd down and 6 now.
Here we go, shot.
Richardson. Pass caught right side by Taylor.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
60, ready.
They'll run the jet sweep here with Pierce. On this one, they need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
As a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And different running back, same result as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Richardson looking to throw.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was figuring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right, that O-line, they got to protect him.
So they're able to get in that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
Throw left side, complete to Cup. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
A gain of a yard.
This is 2nd and 8.
2nd down at the 26-yard line.
Block now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now Locke.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Seahawks 1st down.
came back now. Don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, get before I sat down. Still ballin', money stacked tall and shack now. Still push a button to let the roof on the lag down. I'm on the road doing shows through my Mac.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. Third down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
Now lock again. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Throwing now is Locke. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Walker with it over the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a quick down?
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 13-yard line.
Now Richardson. That's going to be taken in by Downs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. And Richardson back to throw it. And this taken in by Downs. Richardson will go down. It's a gain of 6. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. QB sneak, Richardson. And he is going to have a Colts first down, at least at first glance, as they'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
After running it, now Richardson will throw it. And he's going to get
inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
That's good for another Colts. First down at the 28-yard line.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Boy, the pursuit there, terrific from the linebacking crew.
Oh, it certainly was, because so many times on an option play, you'll see a linebacker make a beeline for the quarterback and then zip, one cut, and he's grasping it air. But this time, he locked in on him the whole way, took an excellent angle, and his grasp came up with the quarterback.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
A 7-yard
It'll
loss.
go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get...
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. We've seen how this quarterback can beat you with his legs. Saw it earlier on this drive, as a matter of fact. But that time, they had him covered.
They really gave him no place to escape, because oftentimes they're able to find a crack, a sliver, anything that can get them upfield. On that occasion, nothing open at all, and they swarmed him. Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like, because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge, because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Walker showing the power.
And this will be a Seahawks first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
44-yard line. It's a gain of 10. First down, Seattle.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Block off of play action. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tracks him down way in the backfield for a loss of 16. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit, and then not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Forced out to his left. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Here we go. Set.
Richardson looking to throw this. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. Now a 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Richardson working from the gun.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people want to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 33-yard line.
Ready, break.
Now it's Richardson. Throw out right, pulled in by Gans.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Again, it's Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. So on 4th down, Spencer Schrader on here for the Colts field goal.
And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens.
Spencer Schrader now on to try the field goal.
On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one is right through. And that'll bring them back within a point. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play.
So a tight one so far, 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen in our halftime report. Scott. Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Colts going to take over on offense to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now a 2nd and 10.
19.
Richardson out of the shotgun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The improv act, they're good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Come on, come on.
QB sneak, Richardson. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Colts first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 32-yard line.
Let's go now. 60.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Here's Horton. A little juke. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. A lock in the Seahawks now with a 1st and 10 at their own 43. Throwing to start the drive. Lock. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. Here's Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throw out wide to Walker. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Seahawks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Here's Locke to throw. Smith and Jigba with the grab. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, they'll throw with Locke. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. They look to throw. It's Locke. Flush to his right. No escape for Locke, and he'll go down. Quiddy Pay coming in to drop it for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Richardson. He's got a man, complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, 77 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead here this third quarter. We know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
You know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Richardson will throw for it. And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7.
Y'all gotta pump my taste. Y'all can't talk my basic. He made more power. Also dangerous. Y'all talk outrageous. Don't talk the matrix. That took my savings.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. He completes this to Walker. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Running left is Walker. Fighting to stay on his feet past midfield. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And, oh, boy, nobody wants to see this. That's the running back, Kenneth Walker, who appears to be injured. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Second and 10. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cobb. And that is well read there defensively. He was looking to use his speed to get the edge, but they said no way. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way to the end zone for a touchback. Colts football and Michael Pittman, helmet back on and ready to go. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do. You get hungrier. You get greedy in a good way.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, start.
Here's Richardson to throw. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, it's usually a good matchup for him. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the shotgun, Richardson. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down.
the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
This will wind up a loss on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
No surprise they decided to throw on third down. A little bit of surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far.
From the gun, it's Locke. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
Locke going to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
8 yards to go.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's got his target. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It'll go as a gain of 33, and that play started back at their own 33.
Seahawks, first down.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
On the throw, running too much that time. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Again, it's Locke.
Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Looking to put a drive together.
Now Richardson. To the left side, he's got Warren, the tight end.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
Play action. Now Richardson.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Leonard Williams, a former #6 overall pick, got the sack that time. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's third down.
I like the thinking there because right after a sack, it can be a great time to call for a screen to your running back and use the eagerness of the defense against him. Able to gain some positive yards out of this one and make things a little bit easier for him on third down.
Left side, he finds Pierce. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Richardson looking to throw.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage. The drag route can be effective when it's run well.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
QB sneak, Richardson.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
A 47-yard attempt.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
You think about it, that's a pretty important second-half field goal, Charles. That now stretches this to 2 possessions and really kind of ratchets up the pressure on that opposing sideline.
It certainly does, because that interception and adding a field goal to it, that puts them in firm control of this game right now. They're about one more big stop from putting this thing absolutely out of reach.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And out now come the Seahawks.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Solid stiff arm. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Throwing now is Locke. That'll be caught. It's caught. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Block now to throw.
Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba.
They can't tackle him. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
29 yards.
And the Seahawks are back within a score.
Everybody likes to see the long ball thrown, but when you throw it underneath and you see someone catch the ball, secure it, make their moves, and then turn it into bigger plays, that's a lot of fun to watch as well.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Makes the score.
Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith-Njigba touchdown catch. Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Colts coming out now. And their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They go play action with Richardson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
QB sneak, Richardson. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Gain of 2. And the Colts first down.
Focus after that run isn't how many yards they gained. It's that they gained a 1st down, and they've been running it well all game long.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he went nowhere. He went backwards, back to the 33. And tip your cap to DeMarcus Lawrence. Nice play defensively.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks. And now here's a tackle behind the line.
Now it's Richardson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go. Strike.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. Jackson Smith-Njigba and his offense ready to go once more here. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun, because let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
All defense is worried that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Locke. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
My, maybe that ball is 2 yards shorter. It's going to give them the lead because he had a receiver running free there. That's a tough one to miss on.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Locke. Outright to Smith-Njigba. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A gain of 15. And the Seahawks first down.
And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Here's Locke to throw. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Again, they'll throw with Locke. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. They look to throw. It's Locke. Flushed out right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'm guaranteeing he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Myers' kick is good. And now a stoppage, and it looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
26-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Short one there, caught by Warren. 2 yards on the pickup there. And it's second down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Richardson looking to throw this. Room past the 35. And he'll take this all the way up to the 38-yard line. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Richardson. He's got his man. It's Pierce. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. A good gain of 9 on first down.
Gain of 9.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
The 47-yard line.
Herbert powering up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
It's
only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
Rigoberto Sanchez on to punt for the Colts.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down.
Ready.
They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll go again with Herbert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Brings us 3rd and 8.
Let's go. 18, go.
Here's Richardson to throw. And they're going to get him down well short of the 1st as he can only get this to the 30. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to break our 4th quarter tie. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do something. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And now they find themselves trailing following the field goal. Still a good amount of time in this 4th quarter, but this drive very well could determine the outcome of this ball game. Seahawks with a 1st and 10. Locke gets ready to go at their own 24. Throwing to start the drive. Locke. That's complete to the tight end, Sauber. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
To throw it is Locke. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Quiddy Pay. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game. Even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Locke going to throw. Now he'll let it go deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards.
I mean, Michelin, gravity, no dividend. She said that I'm gone like a lattice symbolism. I'm getting paid, talking rap on the internet. If I ain't good, I ain't crab, I be killing.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Back to throw. Block. He completes this to Walker. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Block. Repeat of the last play, finding Walker. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. They'll try and run Walker. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. Let's think about this stage of the second half. You're taking a chip shot field goal, right?
Boy, I'd love to be on the headset right now between head coach and play caller because, you know, it's a heavy conversation right here because I'm guaranteed the play caller is like, Coach, I've got this. I've got to play for this one. But the smart play, kick the field goal, take the chip shot, 3 points.
Yeah, tie the game. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this 4th quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Let's go now.
Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Richardson under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they get to him again. Eugene and Wonsu got the sack there. 3rd and long, defense defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis.
But a 16-yard return.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. Shotgun snap to Locke.
That's down the field. He's got Arroyo.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
They'll run the toss to Walker. And shedding through the tackle. And he's brought down, but he has him down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
12-yard line. A gain of 12. And the Seahawks 1st down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They're going right back to Walker.
A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4.
95 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
A lot of people call the toss a probing play to see what they can get against the defense, to see how they adjust and react. Their probing's working pretty well. That was a very nice run.
Throwing on 2nd down. Locke. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Here's 3rd and 9.
Locke off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down again. It'll go as a sack, a loss of 3, and in turn, it takes us to a 4th down. Myers' kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter.
Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that. But let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Looking to put a drive together. Starting on the ground with Herbert. And not much there. Maybe a yard on the 24.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Richardson looking to throw. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. DeMarcus Lawrence getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts.
And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool the defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. The Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. Throwing now is Locke. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
At the 37-yard line.
Locke now to throw. Smith and Jigba making the play along the sideline. That'll put him at 190 receiving yards now. He's putting on a show. He also has a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll look to throw again. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on first and goal. On second and goal, Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Locke now on third and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I would give credit to the secondary partner. never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the fourth down.
Myers' kick is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So that gets him a little bit of breathing room, but not much. And you have to think back to the field goal that he missed earlier. This would be a 2-score game right now if he had converted then.
And if you and I are thinking about it, you know he is as well, because in the back of his mind, he's thinking, I hope I get one more shot in an important spot. He just made that one. He wants one more later to truly make up for the earlier miss.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Colts now are ready to get the football back.
Their own 20-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together.
Come on, set.
Now Herbert to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Richardson out of the shotgun.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Jared Reed picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he can make some yards after the catch and pick up a 1st down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Yeah, we will get another look at Seattle's offense. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Here's Locke. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
Now Locke. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now Richardson. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and they bring him down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
At the 17.
Now it's Richardson. Under pressure, they got him again. That's multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Richardson, shotgun on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Pittman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. 4th down, desperation time. Here's Richardson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Reek Willen. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Now the ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the turnover, here's Locke. Smith and Jigba with a grab. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Second and 7. Here's Locke to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here is 3rd down and 4. Locke working out of the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks have extended their lead to 15 now here in the fourth. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for two.
The Seahawks.
Locke going to try and throw for it. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for two. So trying to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means it had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So Daniel Jones and the Colts down by 15. A minute 50 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Ready? 60.
Richardson to throw it. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. Here's second down.
A loss of 7. Brings up 2nd and 17.
Richardson.
At the 18-yard line.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. A big play needed, no doubt.
A 7-yard
third and long.
loss. Brings up 3rd down.
Now Richardson. And the pressure gets to him again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense.
Under pressure, and down he goes in the end zone, and that's a safety. Well, this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll actually throw it with Locke. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. Sideline throw is caught by Valdez-Scantling. 2nd and 5.
Out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Eluding the pressure right. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
To throw it is Locke. Being chased out left. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Seattle.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They'll try for the first with Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Going to run the sweep here. This is Cup. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.